It's about noon on the 10th, the next day, and my corner is glued together. It's turned out quite well. I'm quite pleased with it. Just need some final work, polishing, sanding, and let's see here, sanding and filling. Of course, we need to fill these. We need to fill these. Let's see, am I in view there? Pretty much, yeah. We need to fill these holes on the sides here and sand these edges a little bit. And then I'm going to try to run the router along here and take off these edges. I'll probably actually sand this down or file this down a little so that the router doesn't catch on that. On this side, I'm going to have to go on. You know that you should only use the router in one direction, the direction that the rotating. In other words, if it rotates this way, you should go along here, which is the case. Coming here, I should be going this way, but I don't know if starting on this edge here is going to be difficult. So I'm going to have to try to come up easy on it here. We'll just have to see how that turns out. I think this is going to turn out fine. Just have to do, let's see, I've changed the angle here considerably. I'm going to have to do a little sanding on that. I use a belt sander for that kind of thing. It goes quickest. I have 40 grit paper and a belt sander, and that takes a lot of meat off in a short period of time. And then I do fine sanding with an orbital sander or by hand. Okay, I'll get to this. I'm going to fill these holes with wood putty with wood paste, and then sand it down. Finish this off up here, and I'll show you the results. The nice thing about this is having it in one piece like this is that I can fasten it. I can fasten this whole unit, so to speak, to the chimney here with one screw. I'm going to have to use lag screws because the chimney has no wood in it or anything. I'll have to go in about 3 inches or even 4 inches to the brick inside the chimney. The rest of it's just clay, and bolt it in. I'm going to use a lag screw to hold it in. This way, the nice thing about this is this edge here is captured so that I don't have to fasten this piece in at all. I'll just put one lag screw in down here, and the whole thing will hold in that way then. Okay, I'll get to this and then come back to you later. Bring you back later. Okay, we've got all the holes filled in and the cracks and everything. It's no different than you guys working on. It's no different than you guys working on metal, body filler and Bondo, and I have the advantage that I don't have to worry about a top coat. I just have to get it all sanded down nice and smooth, and then put some oil on it, and it'll be done. Turned out very well. So far, I'm very pleased with it. Let's see, I can bring you a little closer there. You see the top edge worked out very well with the. I ran the router over it, right over the corner there. And it looks like it's all one piece basically. So I'm very satisfied with that. We'll get it sanded down and oiled, and I'll show you the final results. I have to then also, as I said, figure out how to mount it with a lag bolt and back. Saturday the 11th, a number of other projects and activities got in the way so that I wasn't able to work on this, but I did this morning, and it's done. That corner is done, that is. I'm satisfied with the way it looks. I think it's going to be fine. I'm just going to have to attach the whole thing, as I mentioned. Let's see if I
can take you in there a little bit closer. So I was able to use the router on the edge there and get it exactly the same as along the side here and the side there. Of course, not quarter round, but I've forgotten what it's called in English, that the opposite of a quarter round, basically, that will go along the floor also. Somebody told me what it was called in one of my previous videos and I've forgotten. Let's see if I can go find a piece of it to lay down there to show you how it'll look. So there you are, that's the way it's going to look all around the edge. Of course, I'm going to use George's method for cutting the corners. Rather than cutting at 45 degrees, I will be cutting the piece to fit in against the one at 90 degrees. Maybe I'll show you that. I think George actually did a video and showed me how to do it. So we'll either go back and look at his, or I'll show you how I learned from him to do it. All right, thanks for watching. I'm going to put this up, and as far as I'm concerned, this part of the project is done here.